something was missing, something like a mission.
One, music has no age.
And it said, okay, it's in this life and it's with my age and it's now. I was very nervous. I felt like my heart was popping out.
Your DJ name is Carli Smile.
I started like a hobby and in my kitchen and having fun. They go, wow, Carla, your changes, your face, your twinkle in your eyes.
We got connected through friends of friends, which I think is a really just important part of this community. And it's like at the bedrock of it, and is like people meeting other people and having something in common.
It's like
sharing.
bridges.
Yeah, bridges.
That's what I call all these things that happen and you never know. It's like maybe you connect because of another thing, and then you have lots of things in common and you make a good friendship.
And you never know where they're going to lead you.
Never.
And so I want to say thank you to Amalia, who's our friend, who connected us. And
Yes.
while I'm doing that,
Thank you, Amalia.
Yeah,
Thank
you,
you.
Amalia. Miss you!
Wow.
And because I was moving to Buenos Aires.
Yes.
Buenos Aires. And I know I'm a gringo and I can't pronounce it perfectly, but I try. And I was moving down there because not only am I doing my Eat, Pray, Love part of my life, but when I did my interview with Hernan,
Yes.
he was like, no, Buenos Aires in Argentina is the music capital of the world. Progressive definitely is like they've adopted it. You all have taken it by storm. But
It is.
so many people are DJs, producers. They're super passionate about the music. It's just contagious.
I think Argentinian people are like passionate on everything, everything they do. If they are cooking, they are passionate with the kitchen and the food. If they are playing football, well, I think I don't have to explain that.
I was there for Copa America, and I have an audio of when they scored the final goal and they won. The whole city.
I listened. Yeah, that was
Insane.
great. Yes.
And then people went down to the Capitol.
Like echoes from everywhere.
I never experienced something like that in my life. So it was super cool.
So you know that Argentinians are passionate.
Yes, and you're Argentinian.
And I'm Argentinian, and I lived in the United States when I was a little girl.
Okay.
And
How old were you when you were in the U.S.?
I went to school and all that since I was 2 years old until 11, 12.
Oh, wow. Wow.
In the 80s, I went roller skating here. So I have all that nice things from the 80s, and I always liked 80s music.
Yeah.
So that's where everything started.
Cool.
And then I got like distracted with life because in that time, women weren't that accepted in DJing. So I always went to curious and wanted to see what they were doing, but I got just there and nothing happened. So I got distracted and music came back to me 3-4 years ago, and now I am having such a great time with that.
That's awesome. I want to talk about that. So your DJ name is Carli Smile.
Carli Smile, because I used to call myself Carli Smile because I'm always smiling. It doesn't matter what happens, I smile in every circumstances. I don't know if it's okay how I said it.
No, it's perfect.
So that's why.
Yeah, you have an amazing smile.
I didn't want to, thank you. I didn't want to change that. It's like something that goes with me and I feel comfortable. Maybe other people told me, no, you have to get a name with Miss I don't know what, or something that has to do with flight because I'm a flight attendant. And I just felt identified with the smile.
Cool. I think it's unique. I think it's true to you because you always have a smile. Since the time I showed up in Buenos Aires, I was like, is that the person with my luggage? You had a smile on your face. And what I think is really interesting about your story is, and I think a lot of people can relate to this, is like you were saying, you were interested in DJing, but from previous conversations, you told me, I'm going to save this for the next life.
Yes.
I'm not sure I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll do this in the future. And you kept putting it off.
Why?
And, well, so there's a couple of things I want to get to here, but we don't got no next life.
We don't know.
I know, we don't know. It's up to speculation, depending on what you believe in. But a lot of people put things off, including myself, right? I'm going to put off going to Buenos Aires. I put it off for a long time. Yes. I'm putting off that project I'm going to do. I'm putting off that business I'm going to start. I'm putting off wanting to DJ or wanting to learn how to produce. I'll do it next month, later. And
postpone.
Yeah, you postpone. A lot of people postpone things. So I'm really interested about your story. One, the first question is, why were you postponing? Was there anything about, like, was there some shame? Was there some, like, insecurities?
No, I felt like I was already on the other side because sometimes society makes you think that way because of your age, maybe. And that's why maybe I just always kept on saying next life, because in next life I would be younger maybe, and I could do that because I was younger. But life got me very surprised because I started like a hobby and in my kitchen and having fun, and lots of things started to happen. So I started to get more in touch with myself and listening to me, and stopped postponing and got confident with me and said, okay, it's in this life and it's with my age and it's now. It's today.
I want to talk about that process right there, because while it may be like I got more confident, I accepted where I was at my age, and I'm going to do this. That's a whole process. That's an internal process that isn't easy.
It isn't easy.
So can you walk me through kind of what that was like?
I have 2 daughters.
Okay.
And when that being mom like came to an end because they got bigger and all that, and I have my work because I'm a flight attendant and all that, but something was missing, something like a mission. I don't know how to put it in words, that I felt that I wasn't accomplishing my mission in this life. And I don't know, it's like it came to me. It's like something that said, here I am, you have to do it now. And I started, I mean, like a hobby, like I always listen to music, and I know a lot about music, about different styles and different géneros, épocas, 80s, 90s.
Different
I remember
decades of music.
decades. And I remember the names of each track, what it's talking about and all that. I have good memory and good ear, so I know what goes with what and all that. So I had fun doing that. And when I started with DJing, I got the opportunity to go in to a friend's party. So I DJ'd there because they didn't have no DJ, and everybody was, wow, this is great, I love it. They say like I get to feel the atmosphere of the place, and I go for that in the moment. I never have a plan. And I started to get paying attention to what people felt with what I was doing, and what I felt with what people was feeling, and that whole thing made me get in this world, but not from a hobby. Now I got like more professional, and I like to be very get me exijo in Spanish when I want to know everything, so I learn production, keyboard, synthesize.
Yeah, you were taking classes
everything,
at
yes.
Siesta del Fano with Ernesto.
With Ernesto, he's a great guy.
I love him. Shout out to Ernesto.
Ernesto also is in this path, and lots of people like you, and lots of people that got in my way, like, I don't know, something the universe puts them there in the right moment. So that's magic, only magic.
I agree. When in my own experience, I've had times where it's like I start moving in the direction I think I want to go, because sometimes it changes, and the saying is like, we make plans and God laughs. So I think I'm moving in the direction that I think I want to go, and sometimes I get signs that are like, yes,
the signs are incredible.
And that's been moments for me where I'm like, okay, I'm on the right path.
I feel like I'm a little thing, and when I'm getting the wrong way, something goes, no, that way, no, and I just go. And now I have no plans, I just go.
Cool. So that moment where you experienced, okay, I'm on the right path, was that the time where you showed up and you played at your friend's house or the party there?
Yes,
that
I was
like,
very nervous. I felt like my heart was popping out, and breathing got so hard because I was nervous. But I started with my thing and I forgot everything, and then suddenly we were like interacting with the music. And after that, a friend, I didn't know her, now she's a friend, but then she wasn't. She had a bar, and she said, would you like to come and play? I don't know. And I went 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and then another person heard me there, and would you like to come and play? And that way I started to play in different places in Argentina. Then I came here to Miami also, and maybe private events also.
Wow.
And there I am.
Here we are. Wow. So it sounds like that part of the journey where you were putting it off. How long were you actually putting this off? Like, how long had you been thinking about it? Being a DJ, getting involved with music. How long were you thinking about that?
I always did it, but like I can't live without listening to music. I go to sleep with music. It's like depends on your mood, but I always listen to music everywhere. And I think that maybe depends on the mood you are. That music that you are listening is not a coincidence. It's telling you something. So that's the way it went my whole life. But I postponed DJing because really I feel that I didn't postpone. I just got distracted and wasn't looking forward for that. It happened.
I imagine having 2 daughters, being a mom. You're a business owner as well, right? You have a bar in Buenos Aires, and you also have a full-time job.
Yes.
So you're a boss.
Yes, it's lots of things.
It's a lot of things a lot of plates to manage. I imagine it's easy to get distracted and pulled in many of those directions. So those things that aren't like right in front of you or calling you in that moment, maybe get pushed to the back.
Yes. I just never thought that I would do it in this life. And as years go by, I thought less of that because of the age, and you are old for that, and you can't do it, and what society maybe, or I don't know, prejuicios.
Yeah,
Prejudgment.
the prejudgments,
Okay.
the societal pressures. Yeah, they're very real.
And they are very cruel.
They can be very cruel, and I think from my own experience, right, we hear these and we adopt these social pressures and prejudices, and they can keep us stuck in places we necessarily don't want to be.
Maybe stuck, and the other word could be like you block your feelings.
You block your feelings, or you block what you actually want, what your wants and needs are.
Your emotions.
Yeah.
They like don't flow.
They don't flow and they don't come through. I agree. And I want to talk about that because I feel we're not the only people who experience that. There's a lot of people out there, societal pressures with whether it's sexuality or gender or starting that job, like we were saying before, that hold people back. And age, I imagine for women, is one of those where it's like, oh, I'm not as young as I used to be, or I'm not as whatever as I used to be, or that's a young girl's thing. But there are DJs who are in their 60s who are still killing it. There are DJs still playing in their 70s.
I know, and the experience they have is like what makes that DJ do what he does at the moment. The experience, that the knowledge, and that he lived in that decade or whatever.
During that era. Like someone like Tony Humphries, who's still playing in Italy till this day. I mean, he was at Zanzibar. He started like one of the starting people at Zanzibar, and he's still going. It's one of my like life goals to see him. But
we will.
We will. But did you have a moment where you were like, okay, all of these prejudgments, like, what was that process there?
I started to observe in other people that they had like that they felt like inspired with what I was doing, and they said, God, you're lucky, you're doing what you like, and I never thought of doing what I like, so I see you, and you are very perseverant when you go for that, and you don't stop, and it's like I feel inspiration for what I see in you. That's what the message I get from people. So I started listening to that and feeling good with that, and that gave me more like fuerza, strength. Okay. Yeah. And I kept going, and now I am learning. I want to do my own productions, so I'm going for that also. I like that very much, and people say I am very prolija. How do you say prolija when you are?
Oh, this is out of my knowledge.
Okay.
Like meticulous, precise, calculated.
Yes.
Okay.
And when they listen to me and that they like the way I make music go, and it's like maybe they are talking in a bar or whatever, and they listen to the music and they transport with that. So I listen to all that people say, and that's the most important thing for me, because they are the thing that makes me go on.
I totally see that. It's like a symbiotic relationship where the DJs are sharing their love for the music, and the crowd is sharing this energy back. It's a beautiful, like, karmic cycle.
Yes.
And I think that you make a really good point when you have people that are encouraging you, that maybe see themselves in you or see the things they wish they could do in you. It's really inspiring. It's part of that karmic feedback where it's encouraging, I imagine, to hear, oh, I'm on the right track. Like, thank you.
Yes.
And
I feel that.
I want to just point out how important it is for people who are sharing their words or sharing their thoughts or their encouragements with others, because that may be all it takes for people to get the encouragement they need to be moving forward, because we all go through tough times. We all are discouraged, like, what the hell am I doing? I'm wasting my time.
And now what?
Yeah.
You go, now what? And you ask yourself, and now what? And there it goes. Something I feel very, very, very connected these last 3-4 years with the universe. Maybe I'm on my own and thinking about something that I would like to do, and a few days later something appears there and you go, what the fuck? I don't know what, how, but when, what?
You're tapped in, as we would say. You're on the pulse.
I don't know, but
Wow.
I don't know how to explain it, and I get like goosebumps. And there's my friend Natalia. She's like my sister, and she knows everything that I've been through in my life, and she feels very like proud of me, and that also makes me feel good. What I see when I'm with my friends that know me from my whole life, and they go, wow, Carla, your changes, your face, your twinkle in your eyes.
Okay.
You're like plena, I don't know how you say it.
Lit up, like,
yes,
like full of life. It's amazing. And that's like, for me, your stories and what you're living is inspiring. I text you a couple days ago, and we were getting ready for the interview. I was like, okay, I'm driving 3 hours. I'm going to come down. I'm going to see you, and we're going to do this. And I was like, hey, are you ready? And you're like, I'm in Loveland.
And I'm in Loveland. Yeah, I still can't believe that I was there.
Amazing.
And now I'm here. And a few moments ago, I was telling you, I am nervous. I don't know what I'm going to say, because some words I don't know in English. And now
We're good.
it's natural.
We've been recording for almost 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So your story is super inspiring, because I wanted to be able to sit down with you, because I know there are other people out there, including myself, right? I put off projects for a long time. I'm not going to DJ. There's already too many DJs. I'm not going to learn synthesis or because there's already people that know it. I'm not going to start my own YouTube channel. I'm not going to start that business. I'm not going to like repair the relationship with my parents because it's too far gone. No. There's always time, and you're never too old. And I'm saying this not only to people who are listening, but mainly for myself, because one, music has no age, and two,
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. The risk of living with regret, I feel, is much more painful than the whatever else is on the other side of that.
I think that people think too much.
I would agree with that.
And
I'm one of them.
With that time, you can do a lot. And you don't have to think that much, because if you have a passion for something, you don't have to stop that. There's so much things going on in the world that maybe something you do can change other things, like expansive.
It's a ripple effect.
That.
Yeah.
And you just have to do it, and that's all. It doesn't matter if you're doing it better than, it doesn't matter if there are a lot of DJs, it doesn't matter. Everybody has like a little star, and each one has the difference with the others. Each one is unique
Yeah.
with what you do. I don't know if I'm saying it okay, but
It's perfect.
I think you just have to start, and maybe a little 1 hour one day, another day half an hour, another day 2 hours, and start connecting with that. And you will get very, very surprised with what life can can do without all that, because things start to happen. Like I said before, it's like a whale.
The waves.
The waves. That.
Yeah. It's that ripple effect, and you never know what could happen, right? When you start, and
I never had an intention. I'm going to do this because I want.
I think
this
that's
or that.
the magic.
No,
I think that's the magic.
I just did it because I liked it, and I was in my house, in the kitchen with my controller, like I was in Tomorrowland. For me, it was Tomorrowland, and today I feel the same way. I get like goosebumps now when I say this, because when I say like a word like Tomorrowland, I feel I'm there, and I would love to be there.
Yeah, one day.
And now I get goosebumps again. So I always give, this is another thing that I have, my 100%.
Yeah, your heart, your 100%.
It doesn't matter if I'm in my kitchen, like I said, or in Tomorrowland. It's always the same for me, what I feel.
And I think when people see that, and you can't fake that.
No.
You can't bullshit that.
No.
People will see right through you. And I think there's a lot of, in any industry, there's a lot of people that are there for different reasons. Mainly money is usually a driver, but I think it's easy to point out who's there for the music and who's there for other things.
That's a good sound for
for the
production.
The drop. And when we come across people whose intention is someone like yours, where it's I'm doing this for myself, I'm doing this because I love music, and I'm doing this out of necessity of like creativity.
That's it.
I think is like the most pure things that you can have.
When you get in touch with all that, that's when something happens. So basically you have to try to get in touch with like a 0.0 inside you, where nothing matters. Nothing has to contaminate that happens to you. Not money because I have to pay my bills, or not a relationship or whatever. You have to embrace yourself, and there's where things start to happen.
So, last question, because we keep coming back to this, and I think it's really important, and I want to kind of beat this dead horse, for lack of a better term, because when people hear something, it might not land in that specific way. It may take different people, different times, different ways of saying the same thing. That self-acceptance, we all have our own journey of what that looks like, and sometimes it takes years, sometimes it takes almost a lifetime. What was that like for you to get there?
Well, like I said, I have 2 daughters. They got big. After pandemic, I had health problem, not like too big, femenino, uterus.
Yeah.
I had to take it from my
Remove it.
Wow. Because I had something that wasn't bad, but I had to remove it.
Got it. So like
myoma, like
it wasn't like a tumor.
No,
but it was just like something that was
bothering and could turn not good.
Yeah.
So I decided, my mother passed away because of that.
Oh wow, sorry.
And I was 23 years old when that happened, and when suddenly I was in that place with this problem, I said, oh shit, now what? I got like afraid. People don't have to feel that, like the word afraid is not good. Scared is not good. And I said, I have to do something with this because I have my daughters and I have to keep on. And there I went. I think in 10 days I already got my surgery. And after that I walked like this, and I couldn't not even sneeze or laugh because it hurts awful. And I said, well, now I will walk like this my whole life. No, I started training. I started doing things for me that I liked, and I was born again. That's what got me where I am.
Wow.
Like, that's the point zero. I felt that maybe I could leave this world, and I said, well, I have to deal with this.
Wow. Okay, so this is really important because you had a health scare or something that was like made you feel mortality. Like, oh, I could actually be taken.
Make it more conscious.
Real. Yeah, because I think I'm going to live forever. Knock on wood.
People is not conscious. We are not every second of our lives thinking that next second we can not be here.
I know.
We just are not conscious of that, and it's okay. It's the way things go. But we have to know that we have to be in touch with ourselves in this moment. Now, no past, no future. Now.
This is what we have right now. So you have this scare, and then you get in touch with the part of you, your mortality, and this is what I'm hearing. So correct me if I'm wrong. And you have to make a drastic decision, remove this during the surgery, and then you either make a choice to accept the way things are and continue living like that, or you're like, no, fuck that. I'm going to make this change because I want to walk upright and I want to be able to live the life. I want to be able to work out. And that seems to have cascaded to other parts of your life.
Yes.
Where did you see that in other areas, and then you were like, okay, I'm going to choose something different than just accepting things the way they are.
I always try to deal with things that get in my way, maybe in a good way or in a bad way or whatever. I just try to deal with it, and whatever has to be, I'm there trying to make my best. Now I'm listening to myself. I use this, that I always give my 100% in things I like, and in whatever gets in my way, I try to deal with that again with my 100% and do my best.
Wow. Amazing. It is, it's super inspiring, your story, and it's also really cool to hear how, one change in your life can lead to changes in other areas of your life that you may not expect.
No, I just said in the beginning, I always thought in another life, maybe, like if we knew if there was another life and we'll remember or not what I'm thinking now or what I'm now, and I didn't realize that it's now. Everything is now in this moment, and from that part you go to other places. It's like a voyage, a traveling.
Yeah, the journey.
A journey that, and you never know what's the next stop.
It's so true. It's so true. I feel like you just you imparted so much wisdom on me.
No,
so
but
it's true.
It's not that I'm like, what I say is the only way of seeing things. Maybe I learn from other people, and I get always like in evolution, when you get other concepts from other people. That's good, that's interesting. I will adopt this, and I will try to make it part of me also. So that's what the things, when you blend what others give you from their knowledge and what you give them.
You can adopt the others' positive things or things that work for you from other people's lives.
Or their experience,
Yep.
maybe what my experience, like I told you with my health problem or with the music or whatever, you listen to other people's experience, and you feel like in touch with that they are transmitting.
Mm-hmm.
And there is where you get your new concepts all the time. But I think it's about being in touch with yourself in the moment you are. Not thinking of the past, or no, I have to go to the supermarket, no, I have to pay this, no, you have to be in touch with yourself. And everything is about love. The relationship with your friends, with your family. It's something that you can't act. It's something that you can't fake it. That's the word. And the other people feel that. Maybe that you care about what you're doing, and you care about helping, and you care about what's happening. They can feel that.
I agree. People can see through it what your intentions are. Mm-hmm. And pure intentions are easy to point out. It's just as much as like...
There's a word.
Fake intentions. What?
The word intentions changes everything, because it's the seed mm-hmm. of what you are going to do.
I agree. So for people that want to follow you, mm-hmm. that want to hear more about your journey, that want to listen to your music, mm-hmm. where can they find you?
Well, my Instagram is Carli low dash
underscore.
Okay, that smile underscore DJ.
Okay.
And there it's that I think, and SoundCloud also. There I have my links, because I didn't use that much Instagram and all that, and I started to get in touch with all that because of music also.
Yeah.
So now I'm good.
And
I manage all my stuff.
Yeah, you're
like
crushing it.
Yeah.
I see you all the time on
mm-hmm.
social.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love that you're putting out content and promoting yourself mm-hmm. and your gigs. So would you have any upcoming... Well, by the time this comes out, we'll be a couple months down the road, just because of the way I operate. I only have limited
mm-hmm.
bandwidth. But where are you going to be playing throughout the next year? I know that's kind of far to plan in advance, but where do you hope to be playing?
I hope to be playing in big festivals.
Okay, cool.
So whatever, a little...
What about here in Miami?
In Miami,
Potentially?
I like... Miami Music Week, wherever I can go.
Cool.
I just want to share what I do with love.
And people can find you playing. You're playing gigs currently in Buenos Aires.
In Buenos Aires, yes, I go to Enero, Costanera.
You have a residency there?
No, I go different places because of my work.
Got
I
it.
can't get only in one place the same day, because I travel and
mm-hmm.
all that. So I change days all the time. Now on the 23rd of August, I'm going to play in like a private cycle, you
cool.
say, in El Muelle, in Costanera, in Buenos Aires. And I would like to play in other places, but I just have to get the opportunity.
Of course.
I don't know what is going to happen, but I'm always open for opportunities.
I think that's really good. And I want to say thank you so much, for taking the time out to sit down with me, mm-hmm. share your story, be vulnerable, and inspire other people, including me, to not wait for tomorrow and to look at mm-hmm. parts of your life where you can make even the smallest amount of change and mm-hmm. start making that change and see where that change can take you.
It's like satisfaction when you, I don't know, you say, I did this, and you look back and I did all this, and it's so nice. The feeling inside is very nice.
I agree. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much. Give me a
thank
hug.
You.
You're an inspiration.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you,
this
Ryan.
Is awesome.
Thank you. It's great for me. This is.
Yeah.
I never thought I was going to do this so natural.
Yeah, you killed it.
Nervous.
I know.
I'm not nervous.
You
I know.
killed it.